Hello and welcome back to this week's analysis. I believe we had a fantastic trading week last week. Now I'm going to be kicking things off with gold. Now last week on gold, let's go to the weekly time frame. I specifically call this bullish move on gold because we closed last week with a bullish engulfing candle. Yes, we went bullish, but price eventually closed bearish. Now let's go to the 4-hour time frame. So let's revisit last week's video on gold to actually watch my analysis on that. Since we closed last week with a bullish price action, so price may be headed into this supply region here. So if we want to buy into that supply region, then we want to see price create a new higher high, breaking above this zone, then probably giving us a pullback, which we're going to switch to a much lower time frame and capitalize on the next move to this zone. All right, it's just a short move, but it's a good move for next week if it plays out. We only buy when we see a new higher high created, then we catch it on the pullback. So welcome back, guys. You can see price eventually created the higher high here. In case you can't see it, price created the higher high here, which was obviously higher than the swing points, came back for a pullback. Before, if you capture this on a much lower time frame, you made a decent move to the upside. Actually, price came so close to our overall target, but it really didn't tap into that zone before the complete sell-off, ending the week with a solid bearish push to the downside. So for next week, guys, I'm actually bearish on gold. So what I'd like to see is I'll have this trend line here. Price is sitting comfortably on that trend line, so we may see a little bounce off before the break. But if we take out this trend line come next week, if we take out this trend line, what I'd like to see is a proper break below, a retest of not just the trend line but of the 2325.191 level. If I would like to see a pullback into that zone, then that is where I want to catch the sell or stop loss above and I'll take profits down here, which is 2283. And of course, if we break below that, then we are heading to our weekly target. All right, you can watch my video from 2 to 3 weeks ago where I pinpointed this zone as my weekly demand level. All right, so that is that on gold. But guys, I have an opportunity to bring to your notice. So if you have some money lying around and you want to make passive income, so you want to look at Cryptonomy. Now, as you can see, this is my current holding on Cryptonomy. As always, this is not a financial advice, so do your research to see if this project is for you. But this is my personal experience with them. So as you can see, this is my balance right here. Of course, I can hide it if I want to, and I can reveal the balance also if I want to. Now, Cryptonomy serves as a crypto wallet and a staking platform amongst other good stuff. As a crypto wallet, this is the wallet section here. So if you want to deposit, that is if you want to receive money from someone or you want to make the deposit yourself, you can scan this barcode and make an automatic deposit. Let's say you want to deposit BTC or you want to receive a payment, you can copy this link right here and send to whoever is sending the money. Let's go back to the wallet. You can deposit and withdraw not only BTC but other crypto assets. All right, so if you want to see your wallet, let's say okay, you want to reveal your Ethereum wallet, so all you need to do is to come to deposit, click on that, and this is your wallet address. All right, so if you're into crypto, you know how these things work. And of course, as a staking platform, all you need to do is to go to the interest account here. If you go to the interest account, there's a flexible, there's a fixed, and there's a launch pool. Now for the flexible, the APY or the APR is 24%. For instance, if you want to stake your Bitcoin, if you want to lock up some funds for some time, all right. But the one I like actually is the fixed because the interest is usually higher. As you can see, you can make up to 153% APY. How cool is that? That is a massive profit out there. So all you need to do, for instance, if I want to stake, since my holdings is in USDT, so I'm just going to go to USDT, by the way. So all I need to do is to search for my crypto of choice here. So all I need to do next is to come to deposit. But before I click on deposit, I want you to observe this interest rate and period up to 119% APY. So all I need to do is to come to deposit. Let's assume I want to lock up all my money here. I actually did some transaction. That's why I have 6,867 USDT here. So let's assume I want to lock up all of this. So I'll just click on max. And as you can see, if I lock up for 12 months, I will be making 59.6%. That is massive, guys. I don't know about any other platform that really offers this, but this is massive for 12 months. If you are locking up for 1 month, then this is what you stand to make. If you're locking up for 3 months, you are making 4%. If you're locking up for 6 months, 15%. And if you're looking up for 12 months, 59.6%. That is huge. All right. And they also have the launch pool. Here you get to see upcoming projects that you can take early advantage of. All right. So if there are any upcoming events, you're going to see them here. These are past events, and you can see their performance here, the ROI, what was raised, the total raise, and all of those good stuffs. Then you can see the all-time highs here also. And when there are upcoming events, you're going to also see it here. Then another interesting feature on Cryptonomy is the exchange here. So you can swap your holdings into another asset for absolutely free. So let's take, for instance, I have USDT. So I'm just going to type USDT here. All right. And let's say I want to swap to, let's say, Shiba. All I need to do is to type in how much I want to exchange. And as you can see, I can go ahead and click on exchange, and it's absolutely free. So all the necessary links, including bonus links and all of those good stuffs, are in the comments, the pinned comments, and in the description of this video down below. So you can also do your own investigation. Follow the link in the description below to do your due diligence. Now let's get back to the video. So the next on my list this week is DXY. Now DXY last week, if you remember, I've been bullish actually for the past couple of weeks on DXY. Specifically last week, I called your attention to the fact that I'm expecting a pullback from this point, because that was where price was trading at last week. I was expecting a pullback into this demand level, and then before we see the next rally to the upside. If you doubt me, let's revisit last week's video. We are beginning to see a kind of weakness, so that's just a mere pullback. So I want to assume the price is coming back into this demand level to find enough momentum to now eventually push back to the upside. Welcome back, guys. You can see that was exactly what price did, and price continued trading to the upside. So going into next week, actually, I would like to see a pullback into certain areas, maybe into around this area. All right, let me map out that area nicely. So I'd like to see a pullback into this area before we continue to the upside. As a matter of fact, we are nearing the end of this month, so we may see some kind of a range before hopefully next month we now have a solid bullish move to the upside. But going into next week, however, I would like to see price come in between this region 105.661 and 105.453 before we take off to the upside. So the next on my list is GBPUSD. Now last week on GBPUSD, I was more bearish than bullish. Now if you remember vividly, last week I talked about a range around here and even a manipulation, but overall I was still bearish, at least until we come into this point, which is 1.26488. and if we take that zone out, we are coming to the next level, which is 1.25904. now that is exactly what price did. I mean, let's revisit last week's video when I said that. But now the price is down here, so this is what I'll be expecting. It looks like we've gone back for a retest, but I'll be expecting price to range around here for a bit. Maybe give a little bit of manipulation, I can't say. But the bottom line, or what I'm trying to say right now, is I'm expecting price to eventually make its way into this target here, which is around 1.26488. All right, so if we can take that out, then my next target is actually here. Right, that has been one of my. So welcome back, guys. You can see how price ranged for a bit, manipulated before selling off to the downside. So for next week, what will I be expecting on GBPUSD? Now for next week, I'll be expecting a continued drop into 1.25904. however, spotting this impulsive move to the downside, in case price decides to pull back to the upside, I'd like to see price come into this region here, which is between here and here. Those areas being 1.26811 and 1.26652. So I would like to see price, if price wants to pull back before the next drop, I'd like to see price come into those areas before we drop into 1.25904. So that is that on GBP USD. Then The next on my list is Euro USD. Now, Euro USD has been dropping. Last week also, I predicted a continuous drop to the downside. As a matter of fact, price was trading around here last week. Then I predicted that price would pull back into this area before dropping into the downside. You can revisit last week's video to see when I said that. And now that happened and price is pointing downwards. So coming into next week or going into next week, I'd like to see price come into 1.06523 area. All right. And if we take that out and continue lower, of course, you know my overall target. If you've been watching my videos for quite some time, my overall target is 1.04862. 1.04862. So that will be all for this week. And if you're yet to like this video, please do so. Leave us a comment if you disagree or agree with whatever has been said constructively in the comment section down below, and also do well to share this video and subscribe if you haven't. And I wish you a successful trading week, and I'm going to see you in our next video. Bye guys.